Sometimes you come across a story that is just too good to fact check. For example, the link between felt hats and syphilis. What are we talking about? Felt, one of the oldest textiles, goes back to the ancient Sumerians. They used to take wool and moisten it, compact it, make felt. Well, it turned out that they discovered that urine would be a good wetting agent in order to make felt. That apparently goes back to Turkey, sometime in the Middle Ages. And they would take the matted wool, moisten it with urine, and it made for great felt. Well, the story is that sometime in the 1800s, France felt makers also took up the story. Well, they used their own urine, not the camel urine that used to be used in Turkey. They made use of their own bladders. Well, it seems that one of the workers was able to make better felt than anyone had ever made before. And it turned out he had suffered from syphilis, and he had been given a drug for syphilis. That drug was mercury, probably mercuric nitrate. That was used as a medication for syphilis since the 1500s, time of Paracelsus. He, of only the dose makes the poison fame, recommended it. Well, mercury didn't really cure syphilis, but it took the pain away because dead people don't really feel much pain. Mercury was highly toxic, but anyway, the fact that it made for better felt, that was interesting. And pretty soon, mercuric nitrate got incorporated into the felt trade. And they would mix up water with mercuric nitrate, soak the skins in it, the fur would come off, and it would make for better felt. Unfortunately, there was an occupational hazard associated with that. And that was workers who worked with mercury all the time started to experience all kinds of symptoms. There was excessive salivation. Indeed, that's the reason that mercury was thought to be curative, because they thought, that saliva just eliminated toxins from the body. Well, it didn't do that, but it made people go crazy. And thus we have the story of the Mad Hatter, immortalized by Lewis Carroll in Alice in Wonderland. That was a real occupational hazard, not only in England, where they made the felt hats, in the US as well. Danbury, Connecticut, which was the center of the US hatting industry, workers came down with what was called Hatter Shakes, or the Dansbury Shake, because mercury will give you tremors. And of course, it will do other nasty things as well. So by about 1940, laws were passed, no more mercury in the making of felt hats. So I don't have to worry about any mercury in my felt hat here. Of course, the question comes up, why do I have a felt hat in the first place? Well, I have that felt hat because you never quite know when you need one to take a rabbit out of.